Hello there, this is All Wars, and this video is about a pen spinning mechanic that consists on generating momentum in one pen one hand spins, without the assistance of an around or any other kind of push other than the spin surface friction. So, 11 years ago, Pancotto created a trick he called continuous side spin. The trick consisted on doing a palm spin and using a hand movement along with some manipulation of the spin surface of the hand to keep the pen spinning. He did it in sections of a full turn, or 1.0 rotations. I recently found out this technique by applying it on a spider spin when I was trying to create something. I was unaware of Pancotto's discovery, so I initially claimed that it was my creation. It is not my creation. However, even though Pancotto discovered it as a trick, I developed it as a mechanic, and now I will explain my development, as well as how it exactly works, not only in palmspin, but in most if not any spin trick. However, palmspin will be the easiest way to show, as well as the easiest one to execute. The trick starts with a normal palm spin. Preferably, the center of the pen must be on the lower palm, meaning the closest part of the palm to pinky. Not too close so it doesn't lose balance. Now this is where it gets a little technical. The palm now has to rotate inwards a little. This rotation will make so the upper half of the mop will enter contact with the upper part of the palm, and the center will lose contact with the lower part of the palm. With the friction from this contact, we will drag the pen in a circular motion similar to a fingerless thumb around, for example, and at the end of this motion, which will be a full rotation or 1.0, the center of the pen must stand on the middle of the palm in order for it to be able to continue with either another repetition of this trick or just turn around and connect with other fingerless tricks. Now, I've said this is a mechanic and not a trick by itself. The reason is that again, this can be applied to any spin trick, but also it generates enough momentum for it to be a continuous trick. Here are some examples. Even though these are single repetitions, this will be how it looks on a spider spin, and here on what would normally be a middle back. Now here's the thing, I've had an inquiry saying that this trick was the same as Beck's fake pun knew. This will not be the case, since Beck uses a finger to assist the rotation as an axis. I've also been told that the shape of the palm assists the trick, therefore not being only friction, but the bumps and irregularities of the hand. This take is partially true, but not completely. In theory, the correct execution will be to try to only make contact with the pen in the flat parts of your hand. However, this is unrealistic due to the required precision plus the limitations on how your hand shape is. From how I've executed the trick so far, my take is that the assistance is so minimal and even unavoidable that it's not worth to even consider it. This applies to the other cases too. In my opinion, the one that benefits the less from this is the spider spin, since the phalanx shape is not that irregular anyways. For my last point, I would say that even though the trick was originally called side spin continuous, I believe this notation can be confusing in the future. This is another way to keep momentum on the palm spin with a different technique. Now here's the thing, if I said I was doing palm spin continuous, there would be no way to tell which one of these two tricks I'm referring to. My personal suggestion for the name of this mechanic was initially aroundless, since the idea of the mechanic is to act as a substitute of an around without meeting the criteria of being one, while also telling it apart from similar but not equal techniques. The execution also resembles of an around, as if there was an invisible finger doing it. So this has been the end of the explanation. I hope it was enjoyable and easy to understand, and I would also like to thank Dark AD from the Brazilian community and Sebas from the Spanish pen spinning community for lending me clips of them trying out the technique in different ways, different forms. So thank you for that. And well, this is the end. See ya.